You know what? Here's what I've learned because I like to feel like I'm a mature adult. I don't judge anybody too
Right.
much about who they were in high school. Like I've hung out with some people since graduating from high school. I talk about one of your classmates, Silk and Solomon, who's become one of my really good friends post high school. We are a part of Circle of Advancement together. Started that nonprofit that's working with the youth in Cartersville, man. And
Awesome.
we were kicking it one time, and she was like, "You're totally different from the way you were in high school." I'm like, well, yes, I was childish as fuck in high school. Like, what do you expect from me? Like, I was I was having fun. I was being dumb, but now I'm an adult. I'm not AC. Like, I don't even go by AC no more. For I go by
No.
Adam. And part of that was just the evolution for me to be like, yeah, AC was me in my younger years. And don't get me wrong, certain people still call me AC, and that's cool. But like, I've matured into Adam, the adult.
Well, no one knew me as Joshua either, or as Josh. They always called me the Penguin. I don't know what it was. Everybody called me the
That's what
Penguin.
it was. Yeah, they call you the penguin.
Yes,
But
yes.
for some odd reason, I remember knowing your actual real name.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it when conversations came about, I wasn't just in one social clique. I was fluid. I could jump in any other social circle. I was invited to parties. We did everything back and forth. Yeah, 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 blase, blase. But guess what? That taught me to grow as a person. Not a lot of people that were as quote unquote as you call childish, like yourself back in the day, you were childish. I had the mindset that I wanted to go somewhere. Like I think that's where I saw a lot of people that were struggling. I saw a lot of people that were down on their luck, right? But I was fortunate enough to be in and out of groups like the prep group, the jock group, the nerds. Like I could strike a conversation with anybody. I'm just so easy to talk to because I want to live freely. Like I don't care what you do, who you are, where you need to go.
And I'll tell you, that was one thing about our high school that really like hurts my soul to this day. Is okay, you're almost 10 years removed from graduating. I'm almost 12 years removed from graduating. And you start looking around at some people who were so talented, whether it was academically, whether it was just there were vibrant personalities. There were people who who controlled the room. No matter which
Yes.
room they controlled the room. And you look at where they are today and you go, so much wasted ability. And
Potential, yeah.
and my thing is, I blame parents a lot less now than I used to because parents know what they know and they do the best that they can. But parents send their kids to school for these people who are quote unquote trained professionals to help their kid do what the parent can't do, because if they weren't, that wasn't their job. We would just homeschool and our parents would train us from home, or they would give us the material and we would learn that shit while our parents are at work, whatever the case may be. But these people are in charge of our teenage lives to help mold us into being the best people that we can be. And so
Right.
often the people who do it, they don't have the desire to actually do that. They're collecting a paycheck. And let me tell you something. There are jobs where you have a lot less stress and you get a lot more money. So if you're not teaching for passion, you're stupid. Let's be real. If you're not teaching for passion, if you're teaching for a paycheck, there's easier paychecks to get out here that cost more money. I mean, they give you more money. Like, I'm sorry, like a teacher in Northwest Georgia don't make enough money for the bullshit that they put up with to not love what they're doing. Like, come on now. So,
Exactly. It
and
takes it
then you
back to let me say this real quick. So
go
going
ahead.
going on to the monetary value that you're going off of. I know somebody personally that works at Shaw Industries, okay? They push three buttons, okay? And they're making close to 50 grand a year. Get out of here. They don't like it, but they're making 50 grand a year pushing three buttons.
And
What?
when you leave work, it's over. There's no stress. You ain't got to come home and grade papers. You ain't got to worry about anybody calling you unless they need somebody to come in and fill another shift for overtime. And you can say yes or no, but you don't have one of those jobs where you're not off the clock. Whereas if you're a teacher, You got to go home and grade papers. You got to make out lesson plans. You got to respond to parents' emails. You got to do all this other extra shit for the little 50, 55 that they making. Don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on making 50 or 55,000, but I'm saying if you're going to make 50 to 55,000, 60,000, whatever it is, and you're going to deal with kids talking to you crazy and parents not understanding that their kid is dumb or their kid is bad.
And not Bobby Joe. My son never would do that. Bobby,
hey, hold on. Your son cusses you out every day. You think they're going to have respect for me? So when you're dealing with all of that to make what you make, for you to not actually love it, it's like, bro, just go work at Shaw. All that money you spent on college, you could have kept that shit. You could have worked at Shaw. You would have been fine. You know what? If you want to be real uppity in our community, you go to Anheuser.
Oh, yeah. Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, that's the bougie factory. Let me go to Anheuser-Busch. and I also get cases of free beer every month. Oh, I ain't gotta pay for my Bud Heavy.
No.
Bro, why do
Excuse me.
Bro, we sound like snobs that left.